Hey everybody, and welcome to Now Loading, coming to you live from the Ustream Studios in Hollywood, California. I'm Will.
I'm Shane.
And each week we're going to be bringing you the latest gaming news, videos, and tonight we play Digital Legos.
All right, and I'll be joining you live in the stream and on the chat right here to take your questions and get your input on what's going on in gaming today.
And before we get to the video of the week this week, next week we're just getting a little bit of preview. We are going to E3, so if there are any games or anything along those lines that you want us to try and focus on, maybe get an interview about, let us know in the chat. We'll definitely make it top priority.
Yeah, we're going to be there for 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all day long, so we're going to have a lot of time to meet a lot of great people. So if there's a game or a company that you're interested in hearing about, let us know, and we will beat them to a pulp until they get us an interview.
Yep, but here's our video of the week.
We're looking at an extinction level event. I did not create Tetris. I was but the messenger. I were so wrong. You created them! You can destroy them!
No! No, no!
It's inevitable.
Let her go!
How do I stop them?
All right, that was Wario Lasky with the official trailer for Tetris. I don't know about you, but I think these video game movie adaptations are getting a little out of hand. But next up, we're going to take a look at the rest.
Before you do that, I think we need to have a second video of the week this week, dealing with Tetris as well. Here's my video of the week.
Okay.
To Moscow I came seeking fortune, but they're making me work till I'm dead. The bourgeoisie have it so easy. The Tsar's putting gold on his bread. The people of Moscow are hungry, but think what a feast there could be if we could create a socialist state that cared for the people like me.
I am the man who arranges the blocks that descend upon me from up above. They come down and I spin them around till they fit in the ground like hand in glove. Sometimes it seems that to move blocks is fine and the lines will be formed as they fall. Then I see that I have misjudged it. I should not have nudged it after all. Can I have a long one, please? Why must these infernal blocks tease? I am the man who arranges the blocks that continue to fall from up above. Come Muscovite, let the workers unite, a collective regime of peace and love. I work so hard in arranging the blocks, but the landlord and taxman bleed me dry. But the workers will rise, we will not compromise, for we know that the old regime must die. the man who arranges the blocks that continue to fall from up above. The food on your plate now belongs to the state, a collective regime of peace and love. I have no choice in arranging the blocks, and the Bolshevik rule, what they say goes. The rule of the game is we all are the same, and my blocks must create unbroken rows. Long live Stalin, he loves you. Sing these words or you know what he'll do. I am the man who arranges the blocks that are made by the men in Kazakhstan. They come 2 weeks late and they don't tessellate, but we're working to Stalin's 5-year plan. I am the man who arranges the tanks that will make all the Nazis keep away. The Fuhrer is dead and Europe is red. Let us point all our guns at the USA. We shall live forevermore. We can start a nuclear war. I am the man who arranges the blocks that are building a highly secret base. Hip hip hurrah for the USSR, we are sending our men to outer space. I work so hard in arranging the blocks, but each night I go home to my wife in tears. What's the point of it all when you're building a wall and in front of your eyes it disappears? Pointless work for pointless pay. This is one game I shall not play. I am the man who arranges the blocks. But tomorrow I think I'll stay in bed. The winter is cold, I've got plenty of gold, and I'm standing in line for a loaf of bread. Maybe we'd be better off if we brought down Gorbachev. I am the man who arranges the blocks that continue to fall from up above. The buckets are free, so much money for me. Tell me, why should I care for peace and love? The buckets are free, so much money for me. Tell me, why should I care for peace and love? Peace and love. Peace and love.
And now the wall is down, the Marxists frown, there's foreign shops all over town. When in Red Square, well, don't despair, there's Levi's and McDonald's there. The US gave us crystal meth, and Yeltsin drank himself to death. But now that Putin's put the boot in, who'll get in our way? So we reject free enterprise, and once again the left will rise. Prepare the flags to be unfurled, 'cause we're seceding from the world. We shall regain the Georgian soil, we shall obtain the Arctic oil, we shall arrange the blocks and toil forever and a day.
So that was my video of the week. It was the history of Russia to Tetris music made by a pig with the face of a boy. Interesting name, but hey, you can't. I think it's good.
No, it was a great video. I absolutely loved it. That's actually my favorite version of like the Tetris theme.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I would always play. That one and dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
So on to the rundown for this week. Once again, we are joined by the Mr. Wells.
The Mr. Wells!
Gentlemen, good to be here.
So our first story of the week is 2D Boy, the creators of World of Goo. They're director Ron Carmel said this week what he's doing is he's gotten a whole bunch of independent developers together.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Independent developers.
Yeah, I know. And have slashed their prices on their games. And there's some pretty big ones in there. And they're normally go for like about $10, and they're going for about $2 right now, and it's all for this week, and it's called Because We May. And what he's trying to make the statement for is that independent games need to have the ability, no matter what platform they're on, to be able to set their own prices. He mentioned one story that an independent developer actually lost money because at the last moment he realized that he needed to charge more for his game, but he had already made a deal with Microsoft, and Microsoft said no. Now there have been slight changes since Because We May was announced, and Microsoft on Xbox has now announced that independent games can change their prices within 7 days rather than before it was 90 days.
Right.
So
we actually talked about that on the show a couple weeks ago, I think.
But yeah, I mean,
we broke that story. What's up?
So pretty much, the conversation is, do you think that this maybe hurt AAA games? Because as we've seen with iPhone games, 99 cents and things along those lines, have really taken a dent out of the AAA market when you can buy a game for $1 or $60. What do you think?
Well, I think buying a game that's 99 cents is great, but there's not much to a game that's 99 cents. You might get something and it's pretty interesting and fun for a while, but you might lose interest. I don't know. It's also playing on a smaller screen. You want to play something on a larger screen. So I think that games that are on a larger console that you can play on a TV will always have a place, and those kind of games will need to be charged more because there's going to be more content to them. It's going to be like better graphics, higher res, and hopefully better stories than something you want to play on your iPhone. But so I can definitely see that there's a place for them, and game developers should be able to charge whatever they feel that they should charge for their product.
Right. Now, I absolutely agree with you, although I do think that it is interesting that they're now allowing, or that these developers have now taken the matters into their own hands, because by lowering the prices on the distributors that do allow you to change prices frequently, that puts the ones that are less nimble at a major disadvantage, because I can go to Steam, or I can go to Greenhouse, or I can go to another service, the third thing, and get the game for $1.49 instead of going to Xbox Live and paying $5 for it, going to Origin and paying $5 for it. They'll lose out the more the developers do this. They need to realize that they actually do have power, and by flexing their muscles like this, it gives them a great chance to show, hey, just because you're a distributor doesn't mean you have the final say in the matter. And I like that.
And it also could put kind of a monopoly on the independent game scene, because if you have a fantastic game that's out and you know that a huge competitor's coming out, well, you just slash yours down to $2 when theirs is coming out for $10, and that kind of kills their 1 week sales. So there's kind of a back and forth, if this is good or if it's not. And there are people that can stand on either side of it. I mean, granted, I do believe that developers should be able to charge whatever they want for their game, but it's also, how much is the platform going to be making off of it? What if the platform has a specific title that they're going to try and push and you just cut them off? So,
but I think the sale is crucial. Like, the whole concept of a sale. So you need to be able to entice people to buy your product, even if it's just for a limited time. Like, this game might be $5 generally, but today we're offering it for $2. It's important to be able to have that kind of control and flexibility if you feel that it might help get word of mouth around and might get other people to buy when the price goes back up. And to be able to be denied that, denied the ability to try to alter your plan to make money, I don't think that that's fair. I know obviously the consoles and whatnot need to be reimbursed for the time and the server and the whatever advertisement they might give them on the Xbox page or the PlayStation Store page, but that's pennies to them, right? I mean, it has to be. It can't be that much to put up that much space. I mean, the eBay page is $1, right?
Yeah, something
so,
like that,
once they make their money, the developers should make their money. If any of that made sense.
No, it makes sense. It really does. Like I said, there are definitely two sides of the coin because, you've got the developers who are like, okay, I want to make as much money as I can off of this. And, as Steam has shown, putting games on sale, even if it's just for a day or so, drastically can boost ratings for a good game. But on the opposite coin, if there's a new up-and-comer and he gets undercut, can leave a, bad taste in your mouth.
Absolutely. Speaking of bad taste in the mouth, Apple CEO Tim Cook apparently has that feeling towards console gaming. He explained in an interview earlier this week that he's not interested in taking Apple into the home console market. It's been a long speculated, long rumored thing that Apple, in conjunction with their Apple TV, might come out with a home gaming console to rival Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. But during the interview, he stated that he wasn't interested in going into traditional gaming markets and instead wanted to focus on things like mobile gaming, where the iOS and App Store have had a major impact on the world of gaming. There's more people playing mobile devices now than there are playing home consoles. So he seems to be focusing on that market rather than the potentially untapped potential of home consoles. So the fact that he seems to be foregoing that traditional avenue seems interesting. Is that a bellwether of where gaming is going, or is he just missing the point about console gaming? What do you guys think?
I think that it's a horrible idea, especially when both the Vita and 3DS, which are the headrunners of mobile gaming, aside from the iPhone, were in essence considered flops or haven't been selling that well when they first come out. To completely dismiss consoles, which are, in my personal opinion, still very strong in the market. I don't think that they'll be disappearing anytime soon. I think that it's a really bad move on their part. I think that they're missing out on a huge opportunity to enter the console and really make some money. But but we'll see what they can do, what they can think of.
Well, I think for Apple especially, it would just be a simple matter of creating a remote. They already have the Apple TV. They already have the mobile OS. And Apple TV connects to your TV, so you have your visual interface where your phone would have your screen. So all they need to do is create a handheld device that would allow them to play games of a certain type. I mean, obviously it wouldn't work for like Angry Birds because you need to be able to put your screen unless you can
I was about to say Bluetooth iPhone controller.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's exactly where I was going to go.
Right.
I mean, that way you get you have it right in your hand. I mean, not everyone has an iPhone, so maybe they could make some
Yet.
Yeah, exactly. Not yet, but you could probably use other devices, an iPod Touch, which more people might have, especially since I think Apple's going to be discontinuing the iPod Classic soon.
Oh wow!
So you may not have a choice to getting getting what you're on, or even just develop a simple like the Magic the trackpad, the Magic Pad. What is that's called these days?
The Wacom tablets, or are you talking
not
about
the mouse the mouse
trackballs?
pads. No, trackballs. The mouseless Magic Pad. It is Magic Pad, right?
Okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a touch.
Do you guys? Do you have any idea? I have no idea. Do you guys know what a Magic Pad is? I've never heard of it.
I think you're thinking of trackpad, like on laptops.
It's like on a laptop, but it's separate. It's the new Mac mouse.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Oh, it's a Mac thing.
It's a Mac thing. But anyway, that would be. Yeah.
Still, again.
But that would be something that's already set up for Bluetooth, and so is the Apple TV. So
yeah, or they could integrate like the Wii U controller. The Wii U controller can be like a home
exactly.
thing,
so yeah, there's lots of things that Apple could do that would be simple little tweaks for them to just get a little bit of an edge on that, and just still have stuff through the Apple Store. But oh well, they don't want to do it.
Well, I think you definitely brought up a lot of good synergy options for them. That definitely is particularly your idea for the controller is good. But I do understand in a way where they're coming from as far as not wanting to go into these traditional markets, because we're going to be entering a phase over the next few years where we're really going to have the last generation of disc-based console gaming. After this, it's got to go to downloads, direct downloads over Wi-Fi or over 3G or 4G or 7G, whatever we end up with. So I can understand Apple not really wanting to get into the mode of getting a bunch of hardware involved, because as the Tiff in chat pointed out, it does cost a lot of money to make consoles. Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft all took baths on the hardware for the first few years until they could lower production costs, making their money in software sales. So when they can avoid doing that, I think it makes a lot of sense. And he was certainly not dismissing the possibility of ever having gaming on TV, but it just seemed like having their own set-top box with a disc, with a with a your standard traditional format didn't seem to be the way they want to go. But I definitely would like to see something along the lines of what you suggested somewhere down the road, because as big as the console wars are between Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, that's still only 3 companies, and that's still practically a monopoly. It doesn't take much for them to collude with each other. And they've done so, in a sense, with game pricing, between $50 and $60 for first-run titles. That's basically an artificial price point that they've all agreed that no one's going to break. Apple could walk in and change that whole game by allowing tons of games to be priced at 99 cents, $1.99, $4.99. That could wildly change the dynamic of console gaming.
Exactly, and with rumors of Valve entering the console gaming world too, I think that it's just ripe for new companies to come in. Maybe allow Valve to carve the path and just kind of follow in there and just be like, here's our product too. And with a name like Apple, you can really get a strong following, at least for the first few months, possibly a year, and hopefully create a great product. I think that we do have the capability to have more than 3 different consoles. So
right, absolutely. Now, before we move on, I do want to ask Richard. This was brought up in the chat. Would you tell us about spiders, Richard?
Okay, well, obviously that's someone that I know.
We'll keep this brief, but I felt it was necessary to share.
I was driving into work today, and apparently somewhere in my car there was a nest of spiders, and they hatched. And I was driving along and discovered that there were tiny spiders crawling all over me and all over my car. And it was the most horrifying moment to realize that I'm stuck in traffic. I cannot get out of the car. And all I can do is just kind of like try to get them off of me. So I have to, when I get home, I'm going to be like scouring my car with disinfectant and vacuuming it out and everything like that in hopes of finding them and getting them out. But it was...
That's like the most horrifying thing
I know, I was
going to
say, I've got to give you a lot of credit for just being here, because I'd be in the fetal position still at that point.
Oh my God.
It was a horrible drive.
When I saw you post that about spiders in the car, I thought that was just a thought experiment. Like, just you're in traffic, you're in a horribly uncomfortable situation, what do? But that actually happened.
I'm not alone. I looked this up. Because I was like, okay, what do I do? How do I get the spiders out? A couple of other people have posted like, there's a spider nest hatched in my car. What do I do? And everyone's just all, you need to torch your car.
See, they've got us. This whole week they were making us worrying about zombies in Florida, and really it's spiders in our car that we need to be concerned with.
So. And they don't even pay for gas.
Sons of bitches.
So my trailer for this week is a game that was literally announced today. It's by NetherRealm, the creators of the Mortal Kombat series, most notably the most recent one, which is extremely bloody.
Yeah, that really nasty one.
Yeah, extremely awesome. Now, this video is exclusive to GameSpot, which is why there's going to be a watermark, but it's just too awesome, and you guys have to see it. Let's just go ahead and say the DC Universe is about to get a little bloody. Check it out. So, as you can see, this is my top pick because I love comic books, I love fighting games, and the last time that they were put together with DC Universe and Mortal Kombat, it wasn't that great of a game. However, this one looks really good. Just by these still frames that are going right now, it really sets a really nice ambiance. That right there became our greatest threat. Really kind of makes me wonder what's going to go on with the storyline. It sounds like there really isn't any good guy. It's just kind of whoever topples may be controlling Earth. And this shot of Superman coming up in a moment is just too cool. So and looking at the gameplay, it looks a lot like the Mortal Kombat engine, which was, like I said, extremely bloody. And I think that it's going to be really cool. So that's my top pick, that's my preview for this week. And next week at E3, there should be more information about it, and I'm excited to hear it.
All right, that does look incredibly awesome. My preview for this week is also something that was released today. It's an add-on for one of the biggest games of 2011, and by biggest I do mean physically biggest. Because
Sims 3.
I'm talking, of course, about Skyrim, which had this massive world that you could enjoy. They've released the trailer for their add-on Dawn Guard, which we'll be taking a look at right now.
Peggy 18.
Really love that British guy that says Peggy 18. That's a good job.
You have found our fortress. You have returned my daughter. But what is it you seek? Is it to be one of us? To make the darkness your own? To feast on the souls of the living and the dead? Or are you with them? The Dawn Guard. They think they can stop us. But we will find them. Scrolls will be mine, and the tyranny of the sun shall end.
All right, so that's a that's a look at Dawn Guard, which will be coming out, I believe, in just a
Better
few
with
weeks.
Connect for Xbox 360.
That too. Now, one thing to note is that it's going to be coming out first on the 360. It's actually going to have a timed exclusivity before it comes out on the PS3 or the PC. So you got to imagine a ridiculous amount of money changed hands with Microsoft for that. But I'm very excited to check out Dawn Guard. As you can see, it was actual all in-game footage, which somebody else's other preview didn't get to do that. I definitely, Richard was saying he admires Bethesda for their use of in-game footage to do their trailers rather than trying to polish it up with other things. I definitely agree. So I'm looking forward to Dawn Guard. I'm looking forward to any more chance I can get to play some more Skyrim. In the meantime, though, we're going to be playing a little something else, pretty much as big of a world. Will and Richard are going to be joining us in the Minecraft universe for 360 here in just a second.
Hi.
There they are.
Hi. So we're waiting for the server to populate right now.
I should probably get out of the way.
And so Richard and I have spent countless hours in Minecraft PC. So what we're going to do is play this a little bit, compare them back and forth, and see exactly how we feel about it. See how it compares. Go ahead and hit start to pop in.
Where are you? There you are.
Now, I am in the...
Oh, dude, look at that.
Oh, man, that's cool.
We already found a friggin' dungeon.
So I am in the top screen. Richard is the fine-looking tennis player that is on the bottom screen. I think we're just going to have to hop down.
Yeah, I mean, we can collect enough sand to make our way back up. I just want to see what loot's down here.
Oh, okay.
There you already found it.
So now what we have already found, which is honestly kind of amazing, we found a dungeon, and that means it has treasure that we can check out. What does it have?
Oh, it's a bucket?
It's a map. Oh, wait, that's my inventory.
That's one thing about the Xbox version is you start with a map.
Yeah, so, Oh, I'm pushing many buttons that are bad. So what does it have in there? Oh, it has a saddle. Oh, is that another one? Okay, so mine has a bucket. It has iron ingots. It has
some gunpowder.
It has more iron ingots. Looks like it's going to have more iron ingots. Now, what you use iron for is for either pickaxes or axes themselves, and just kind of tools and make stronger versions of them. And another cool thing is that you can beat up the box and take it with you. So I can't believe we already found a dungeon. That's quite amazing.
I'm gonna bury you alive down there, Will.
I don't like that at all.
So, just out of curiosity, what is the benefit of finding a dungeon for those of us that are not Minecrafters?
Well, finding a dungeon there's usually good loot. Like Will found some iron, which is great because it'll be useful making tools. Gunpowder is useful later on, like if you want to make some dynamite. So it's kind of a good find because you have to kill some of the harder enemies to get the creepers you have to kill.
Black sheep.
And just finding one right off the bat saves you some time of having to build a chest because now we each have a chest to store stuff in. It's just kind of cool. And what we didn't see though was that there was a monster spawner in there, and because there was direct sunlight on it, it would never spawn a monster. It'll spawn them at night. And since it's just kind of like a monster pit, it'd be great once we have some bow and arrows. We can just go in there and kind of farm monsters. And of course, we don't know what kind of. Hopefully, it'd be like a skeleton one because that's more beneficial than a zombie one. But yeah, so I mean that's what's great about finding a dungeon.
So some people may be asking, what's the point of this game? It's very different from any other game, and the reason for that is that there really isn't a point other than just living, just kind of building a house, being as OCD as you want. Like I want my caves to be a perfect square and things like that. Right. And it's also creating things, learning how things work, and it's very interesting. There's so many complex things. Like there's a object called redstone. You should start building a house. It's about to be dark.
I'm building my own stuff.
I'm totally kicking it with you in your house, by the way.
Yeah, now it does definitely seem like this is the kind of game that would appeal to somebody who's, say, into Sims or Animal Crossing or another game like that.
Yeah.
Or like a third example.
Yeah. What was that? What was that one? One with the farm and Viva Pinata.
Oh, Viva Pinata.
Yeah.
And Harvest Moon also. Harvest Moon. That's another good one.
See, there's a lot of games that are like this that you just kind of have to think of them. And the cool thing about them is that they are really innovative. It took us a few seconds to think of them because that's how popular they are. And this one just kind of blew them all away. And it's just a really fantastic game.
Yeah, now what do you think it is about Minecraft in particular that caused it to be such a big indie explosion? Because it was a game that, kind of came out of nowhere as far as the industry was concerned. What do you think, what was the magic quality for you?
The unlimited creativity. I think that's exactly what it was. That you can do pretty much whatever you want in this game. Like I saw somebody create a machine that whenever you pressed a button, it gave you cake. Like it's ridiculous. Like it really is almost whatever you can put your mind to, you can create. So
well, and Shane, I know you would appreciate the person who built the 1-to-1 scale model of the Star Trek Enterprise.
Oh, nice!
Yeah. It is amazing. I mean, just as an achievement of time, this is that is the greatest waste of time I've ever seen.
Right. Now, when you talk about the scale model of the Enterprise, are we talking NCC 1701 or D?
The D. The D.
Okay, all right.
But which is bigger.
The good one.
Yeah. And so that's even bigger. And 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was that? Yeah, I can't even begin to imagine.
I was Richard and I used to play on a server together, and I actually started building a Street Fighter museum. I had Ryu and Ken both built, and was currently, or at that time, was building Cactus to give me green so I could work on Blanca, and was working on how to work Chun-Li into it using water. It was going to be cool, but the server went down.
Yeah.
Now, you bring up an interesting point about servers. There is no central Minecraft server like there is with World of Warcraft, where you pick a server provided by the game and play with everybody else there, right?
Well, no, there isn't. But you do have to be registered, and you do have to gain access to the Minecraft.net server to verify your account status.
Well, it's a bit to verify you've paid for the game.
Right, but that sometimes is down.
Oh.
And when that is down for PC users, you can't play the game.
No one can play Minecraft.
Well, I mean, you can play single player, which is fine, but if you want to get access to a server, you cannot do it. And it's, I guess I would liken it to the Diablo login
Error
issues.
37.
But I do have to say that as much as I love Minecraft, I still much prefer it on the PC.
Yes.
Because the PC updates, especially you can get beta development updates, which are always really a lot of fun to try to see the new things that they're trying out. And the Xbox version is severely limited in size. It's only 1,000 by 1,000 blocks, which is still a lot, but that's a very small universe to live in when you're used to the PC version, which is 7 times the surface area of the Earth.
Yes.
I mean, that just 7 times the surface area of the Earth to wander around in. Because you don't have to do what we're doing here, building a house. I mean, this is kind of basic Minecrafting here, but
you call it basic. I call it survival. You go out and hang out when all the monsters show up at night. And that's one thing to point out is that it is a survival game as well. At night, zombies, skeletons, spiders, wolves.
Yeah. Oh no.
Just tons and tons of bad guys show up and they just want to destroy your world. And so you, at least in the beginning, from my experience, you want to build a house and hide away from it all. So, while Richard is, farting around doing a whole lot of nothing,
I'm making us some coal here.
Oh, okay, okay. He's helping out with the lights then.
How long is the difference between day and night? Like how long till the night cycle comes around?
I think the total day and night cycle is about 15 minutes.
Okay.
So like from noon to noon.
Right.
Okay. Here's a bunch of saplings, by the way.
Yeah, I'm collecting them around.
Here.
Oh, he's throwing stuff at me. So you can exchange the items with each other pretty quick. You need some more stone because wooden pickaxe is not doing the trick.
No. Okay.
Good question from the Tiff. Can you keep any of the creatures that are monsters as pets, or can you keep them penned up and alive like your little zombie?
Can you give me the saddle?
Garden.
Oh yeah.
Let's show them how a saddle works.
Whoa.
Oh, we got a Minecraft picture.
Yay.
Or actually, you should show them how the saddle works.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen any pigs around.
There's one. No, that's a
sheep.
That's a sheep.
Well, to answer the question, you can breed animals. Actually, you may not be able to do it in this version of the Xbox version. Oh, there's a pig. Sweet.
Wait, so there's animal husbandry in this game too?
Yeah.
All animals are like whatever gender you need them to be at the time. It's very Jurassic Park.
Life finds a way.
So let's go ahead and give a warm up as to what's about to happen. Richard has a saddle, and he is looking at a pig. Go ahead and put two and two together.
Hey, come here. Boop.
He put a saddle on the pig.
Oh no! I don't want to hit him. Get up there.
Oh, and he's riding the pig.
Where, can you see me? Like where?
I don't know where you went.
Oh, that's
I'm
no
hanging
fun.
out
They
by
can't even see what's going on. It's my point of view.
Hold on. I think I can see your name. Oh, there you are. Okay, I can see your name. I'm coming. Don't worry.
I know there's a camera change button.
Oh, if you click the left mouse button.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. So if you guys are looking at the bottom screen, he is riding a pig.
We fell down in a hole though, so we're kind of stuck down here.
There's actually an achievement.
Well, now you can eat the pig to survive. Then.
Yeah. He's actually hurting me.
Wait, he's hurting you or hurting you? See what I did there?
That's a terrible pun. Okay, I want to get off the pig.
Tiff wants to know how you kill the pig. I believe you kill.
I just punched him.
You just punch it. You just punch the pig.
You just punch the pig.
There we go.
All right.
I don't think I got anything for that either. And now it's night. Hopefully the coal I started brewing will be done.
I'm gonna open up a door for you, or in the back area. So.
Now, what animal that you can tame and keep as a pet, and long around question is you can actually tame wolves and have wolves as pet and actually train them to do it, like have them attack things.
Oh, nice. So
which is kind of cool.
You can use those to fight off the zombie hordes.
Exactly, which are going to be. Oh, sorry. Well,
You go ahead.
I was trying to put that block there.
That's fine.
How long do you have? Oh yeah, you
Until
don't
it
have
gets
a couple,
until it gets to super dark. So we're.
which it just about is here.
Oh God, what's going on? Oh God,
hang on,
leave me alone.
Oh, are they already out?
No.
Oh,
It's trying to make me burn something. What? Not burn something, but. Anyways, okay. Let's build us a door. Uh-oh, do I not? I don't have enough wood. I need 4 woods.
yeah. Everything.
Yeah, it's okay, Will. That happens to everybody sometimes.
Yeah.
There
we go.
Like everything that you make requires a certain amount of raw materials, and sometimes you have to get raw materials to make things to get other raw materials. Did you make a door?
I did.
Okay.
Boom. See, now we made a door. See, I mean, that's what's so awesome about this game, is that you can make so much stuff. Like, it's just tons of fun. Like I mentioned before, you can use redstone to like trigger certain triggers and things along those lines. But so I agree with Richard. The PC version is a million times better. It has constant updates and just allows you to create, use your creativity a lot more different ways. But the Xbox version still is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If anybody doesn't have a PC and likes using their mind in games, this is definitely one that you should pick up. I think it's only $15, so it's definitely worth a buy.
It's permanent fun. Like it. I don't know about you guys, but like I have this compulsion to dig. I remember the days of playing Super Mario Brothers 2 and going to some of the desert levels where you would have to dig down, and I would empty it. I would like, my OCD would take over and I would completely hollow out this area and leave like one tower or try to make a design in it. And when Will posted a video on Facebook about like Minecraft like all these years ago, I was like, that game is all my dreams. All my dreams in one singular game. Leave the door closed when you go out, please.
So, so I figure since we've been talking about the bad guys so much, we might as well show them. There's a zombie. I don't know if you guys can see him, but if you look on the top screen, you can see guys walking towards me. Those are zombies. So, so real quick, we briefly mentioned Diablo a few moments ago. I have to say that my account got hacked.
And why did it get hacked, Will?
Because I wasn't using an authenticator.
And what should you have been doing?
Using an authenticator.
That's right.
But I am now. I do have to give it up for Blizzard. It did take them a couple of days, but they have rolled my account back, so there at least is a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are playing Diablo 3, you guys should add me. Shockwave 300, I think it is, because they wouldn't let me put another 0. So, anyways,
too many characters.
So, like I said, next week we're going to be at E3, if you have any companies that you want us to talk to or games that you're looking forward to, we will do our best to find out about it, get an interview for you. And be sure to join us on Monday where we'll have our top picks. Unfortunately, we will be at E3, so we won't have our streams on Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll be too busy being awesome at E3. And then on Thursday, we'll be here for the show.
Right.
Make sure to like us on Facebook, at Bad Dude Will.
At Bad Dude Shane. And Facebook is facebook.com/nowloadingtv.
And our Twitter is at nowloadingtv.
And then YouTube is youtube.com/nowloadingtv.
All right.
I'm Richard at Klondike672.
So that's going to pretty much wrap us up for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in 7 days.
Take it easy. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I spent all this time making a sword, and there's like no one out here.